Welcome. In today's video, we will see in LKG class English subject which questions are frequently asked in annual exam when the child has completed A to Z 1 to 100 everything. That time what kind of questions schools usually ask. So here there are a few worksheets, almost more than 45 worksheets are there. All these worksheets PDF is available, link is available in the description. Kindly download it and take the printout for your child to make it practice. So let's start how to write these worksheets. Well, here in the first case, as in LKG they introduce A to Z in capital letter and in small letter. I mean in uppercase and lowercase. So in both way, whether the child is able to write entire A to Z in uppercase and lowercase, that most probably all the schools ask. So the way of asking is might be different in a different manner. So let's see which are the ways. So first, usually schools gives this way how to write, practice this writing of A to Z. So here what they check, how the child is writing, the formation of the letter is correct or not, that is going to be checked when child is writing, whether he is writing in the line or not. So this way they will ask. This is the first question where dots are given and child has to trace the line. After that, same way, missing letters. Missing letter means here child has to check, right? First they have to write on the dotted lines and then which letter is missing after A, B. So child has to write here B, then C. Now do not worry for this heading, because most of the schools teachers used to tell them to what they have to write, because they cannot read, right? So they used to inform them or they used to instruct them what they have to do in the particular questions. Again, as you can see, after C and D, which letter will come? E. So child has to write on the line properly without any mistake if possible, right? See, F, G, everything they need to first trace and then they need to find out which letter is missing. The letter which is missing, they need to write it down. Like this, they have to complete the worksheet. So this was for writing A to Z. This is for missing letter. Now over here in the missing letter, they used to check, like before J what comes I, in between H and J what comes I, after H what comes I. So after after alphabet, before and between, all these are covered in this worksheet. Next is, now it is vary from schools how they ask. Some used to ask in 3 lines, some used to ask in this way, so that child will get little motivated as the worksheet is attractive. So this way they can ask. There are many worksheets like this which I have added in this. As you can see, there are 4 kind of worksheets. First one is this, second is this, third one, as you can see, child has to write inside this, and then here child will write inside the head. So that way they will ask in different manner. Let us prepare the child in all way by practicing all these worksheets, so that your child will be also ready for any kind of a challenge. Whatever they ask in the missing letters, they will be able to answer. So let's move further. Now over here we have seen missing letters in uppercase or capital letters. Here child has to write A to Z from capital, both the capitals. So they have to write in the line capital A, again 1 finger gap, and capital B. Like this child has to complete this from A to Z. Well, moving forward, next comes small letters, or we can say lowercase. So when it comes to lowercase, first they will check whether the child is able to write all the letters or not. For that, schools used to give worksheets like this, where dotted lines are given and child has to just trace on the dotted lines like this. And after that, how we have practiced missing letters in uppercase, same way missing letters for lowercase is also available. Here I would like to tell you that when they are giving A to Z for writing, it may be in the box or it may be in the 3 letter as it was in uppercase. So you can make your child practice both the worksheets. Next comes missing letters. So over here also missing letters in a different manner. I have provided all these worksheets. You can practice and make them thorough with the missing letters in lowercase. Now once again in lowercase, here we have write from letter A to Z. Here it is a lowercase or small letters. So A, B, C, like this. Child has to leave one finger gap and write all the letters in all these lines from A to Z. Moving forward, here next comes, since we have completed uppercase and lowercase or capital and small letters, now it's time to write both of them together. So here child may write capital A and small a together. This is the question which will obviously come in the exam, because it is a very common thing, because child used to, child has to practice this A to Z in LKG, then only they will be able to write next things. Otherwise it won't be possible for them to cope up in UKG. So this is a very common question which is obviously going to come in the exam. So practice it well. After this, it may happen that child is able to write A to Z very easily, but may it happen that child don't know what comes next. For that, I have given here one more worksheet which is going to help them to write it more perfectly. Because in school also they used to ask from the middle, because may it happen that child is able to write from A to Z, but when you ask from the middle, they may wonder what comes. So over here that checking is going on, where that kind of questions which child need to write it, that is UVW, then it is capital. So we will write here capital X, Y, Z. Same way here is small letters, as you can see, C, D, E, F, G and H. So here is next letters from A to Z. Now here comes letter F. Now why I have given worksheets like this? Because what happens in schools, they used to check whether the child is able to write different kind of questions easily or not. For that they used to give this kind of worksheets, where child has to see which letter it is. So F. So here they need to write capital F and small f. Again over here they need to, wherever it is given dotted lines, they need to trace it and write it over here. Next it comes, draw 3 things that starts with letter F. Now child need to think and draw the pictures. Do not worry about the picture. Whatever the way they draw, teachers will always accept. So let them draw in their manner, but make sure that the picture is related to the letter. For that you can make them practice from letter A to Z all 3 pictures, so that child will also draw the picture and color it. That way they will improve their vocabulary by telling the name of the picture and everything, which will help them to enhance their knowledge for the UKG. Next comes here, color all the letter F. So here they need to find out the letter F and color it. So we can use a crayon over here and color it as letter. Wherever the letter F is there, they need to color it. Over here also they need to color. Like this kind of questions will also come in exam. where child has to draw the picture or find out the letter among so many letters. Next comes draw two pictures that begin with the letter C. So either this way or this way, anyway they are going to ask the pictures which is related to the letter. So we will make sure that we get that practice well for the child. So here is C for cup. So child doesn't need to draw the cup, they can draw cat or something which they know, right, which they are able to draw it properly. I think your child will draw better than me, so please accept this cat. So this is a cat which they need to draw, or another picture which is starting from C, letter C, that child need to think and draw. Some may used to tell them to color that also. So if it is like that, you can ask them to draw and color. Let's move further from the drawing part. Now it comes the coloring. If they will not ask you, in school for drawing the picture, because out of 40 in the class, all 40 may or may not be able to draw the picture, then this kind of worksheets will be useful for the child, to those child who are maybe not able to do the drawing part. So here they need to color. Now what they need to color? Here one letter is given. Color the picture that begins with letter A. So here is a capital A, small a. What begins with capital A and small a? Butterfly? No. Aeroplane? Yes. A aeroplane. So here child has to color the aeroplane. Same way, umbrella? No. Apple? Yes. So child has to color the apple. So that way they can, they need to color it, so that it will help them to relate the picture with the letter. Same worksheet, a few more worksheet I have given, so that you can give them practice size. Here for letter T, here for letter A. So practice this worksheet to relate the letter with the picture. Now next comes color the uppercase letter A. So wherever you find letter A, you need to color it. Wherever it is, where they need to find out the color letter A and color it. Sometimes, it may happen that child know that this is not letter A, but they will color just for the fun. So train your child in such a way that they can, follow the instruction of the teachers. Because teachers will tell them to color the letter A, but we have seen when we take exam for the child, we know that child is able to recognize letter A, but then also they color in the other letters also. It is just for fun, but you make sure you give your child that much practice that they follow the instructions given by you and the teacher. Now next comes, look at the picture. Color the letter that matches its beginning sound. Now beginning sound means with which the object will start. Like here is eggplant. So eggplant. E will be the letter which we need to color. Like this, onion. So we will color O. Grapes. So we will color G. Like this, you can ask them to recognize the picture and color the letter with the beginning sound. I have given here few more worksheet for the same, as this is a very tricky questions for the children to understand. So these all 4 worksheets will help them to understand and write the answer well. Because this kind of questions most of the schools will ask. This is a very common question which is asked by the school. Next comes, circle the letter that matches its beginning letter. So here now picture is there. Now child need to find out which is the picture. Alligator. So alligator means A. So they have to circle letter A. L, lion. So they need to circle L. Here is koala. So CK, koala. Like this they need to color the picture, circle the letter that matches its beginning letter. Well, let's move further. Match the letters, because this is the must ask question for LKG in English exam. They will always ask this kind of question, any school. So here, trace the dots to match the uppercase letter on the left to its lowercase letter on the right. So here is uppercase, here is lowercase. They need to match by drawing the line. So here what teachers want to check, or what school want to check, is whether the child is able to hold the pencil properly or not. How is the grip? The grip is proper or not. Otherwise, they will require more practice at the end of the year. That is what they want to check here. Next, match the letter only, but in a different manner, like capital A, small a, uppercase to lowercase. Match it like this. They need to match. Here I have given from letter A to Z entire worksheet so that you can practice them. As you can see, here it is, and here VWXYZ. So when it is, instead of writing only simply in the books, when you give them something like this kind of attractive thing, child will be get encouraged to write. So take the printout and practice all the letter. Well, this one is vertically given. Now in this, it is given horizontally. So schools can ask anyway they are going to ask match the letter, but it can be in a different manner, vertical or horizontal. That's the reason I have introduced different worksheets. So draw a line to match the uppercase letter to lowercase letters. So here is capital A, they need to match with small a. So let's prepare the child in a way that whatever the way teachers ask the questions, child should not get confused, right? So here also A till Z, as you can see, I have given till Z. From A to Z, all the letters are covered for the horizontal lines also. So prepare your child for match the letters. Here one more worksheet is also given where it is, in a colorful manner. If you will take colorful printout, child will be, will be more happy to do it. Now next comes, this one is capital to small. Now it may be possible that they ask to match it with a picture to letter. So picture, here is seek a carrot. That's the reason it is, the drawing line is drawing over here. Seek a carrot. A apple. P pear. Like this. So child need to know the relation between the picture's beginning sound and the letter. Carrot. See, apple. Pear. That way they can match the picture to the letter. Matching is a really very common practice which is happening with the most of the school, because if you will not do this thing, then maybe it's possible that child will lag behind by relating the picture uppercase letter and smaller case letter together. Now here, as you can see, carrot, capital C, small c. So child is relating all these three together over here. Earlier we have seen only letters. Over here in this, it is picture, capital letter and small letter. Picture, uppercase and smaller case. So that way you can give them practice for this. Next comes, now as you can see, choose the correct initial sound, circle the letter. So some pictures are given. Child need to recognize the picture and color the letter with its beginning sound. So D, the dog. So we'll circle here D, the dog. U, umbrella. I, igloo. So that way we can circle the letter with its initial sound or beginning sound. Let's move further. Over here now, it is given match the big letter to the small letter. That means match the uppercase letter to the small case letter. So capital A, so what will come here? Small a. Capital Y, small y. Now here in this worksheet there are three options are given, whereas over here in this worksheets there are 6. They both are same. This is little level 1, then this is level 2, that kind of thing. And the next one is if you can see over here it is capital to small, whereas here it is same small letter and small letter you need to circle. So in where you are circling in this capital to small letter, over here in this worksheet we need to circle the same letter. So anyhow we are going to spot the letter in a different manner. So all these worksheets will help them to spot the letter or match the letter. Well, next comes dot to dot. That is, connect the capital letters and see what shape they make. That is what in this worksheets they want to say. So child has to start from A and end it at Z and find out which shape it is. Now this is level 1, but this one I would say level 2, because over here also child has to find out first from here which is capital A. That way they need to trace the line capital C, capital D, then they need to go to capital. Only capitals they need to color. See, if you will come here on capital M, there is small n and capital N. If child will go here, they may miss the link. So the child has to go to over here, then O, P, again Q is here. No, they need to come over here. R, again S. See, if you can see small s. So here child's ability, if you can see, I am also getting confused. Small u and capital U is here. So here the teachers are also checking the child's ability to trace the capital letters only among all these all these letters. So this we can say level 1 and this we can say level 2. Give them thoroughly practice of this kind of worksheet. It will really help your child to get good grades in the annual exam. Now before moving further, let me introduce you the complete early childhood lower kindergarten and the complete early childhood upper kindergarten course, which is available on Udemy. In LKG we have 146 videos plus 200 worksheets like this only, and in UKG we have 114 videos and 350 plus worksheets. All these things, this course is available in the Udemy. This course will help your child to enhance, build their base very strong and get them ready for the UKG. This is complete online course. And moreover it is available on a rate of 1 month tuition fee. Entire course is on 1 month tuition fee. So kindly go and check it out in the description. Link is given. Kindly just watch the preview. You will come to know what things are there in these courses. Next comes last, circle the vowel. Now which are the vowels child need to understand, right? So they can write over here which are the vowels A, E, I, O, U. So from there they need to circle A, E, I, O, U. After this, at last, this some schools used to ask, some doesn't. So color the alphabet. Here alphabet and the number both are given, but child has to find out the alphabet and they need to color only the alphabet. So I hope these all worksheets will help you to get ready for for the LKG annual exam if you will start practicing this from the right now, because still there is a time. You can give them good practice and boost their confidence, which will enhance their performance in the annual exam. So all the best to you and your child. Thank you for watching the video. Kindly like, share and subscribe. I'll meet you in the next video. Thank you. Happy parenting.